go over all the games on Wednesday night. Let's jump into it. The monster line of the night goes to TJ McConnell in category leagues. Really not a surprise because he had 10 steals. He had 9 steals in the first half. That's NBA record. I'm not sure the NBA record for the most steals in a game. Let me just look it up real quick. I mean, he was close. What is the most record for most? It's 11. Damn it. TJ just needed 2 more to break the record. He had 10 here. I mean, 16 points, 13 assists. Also very, very nice. 8 for 8 from the field and a block. I mean, he should be rostered everywhere before this game already. And for the season, he's ranked 74th, averaging 6.8 assists and 2 steals in 25 minutes. 6 points. Before he was better than Draymond Green, although Draymond has picked it up lately as well. This is obviously a sell high for him. Some of the Pacers guys, they're gonna be back eventually, like Caris LeVert. Once he does come back, we know TJ's been playing really well, so he shouldn't lose that much minutes. He could still be playing 20 to 25 minutes, but the production might fall off a bit with people coming back from injuries for the Pacers. If you can package him and like a Norman Powell who's been unbelievable as well. If you get a top 40 or 30 guy, I would do it. A top 30 guy or who's been struggling at the moment, like a Jason Tatum, right? If the owner really need assists and steals, that's a trade that make sense. Maybe because TJ should have value for those 2 categories for the rest of the season. Even if he has a couple rough games, as long as if the minutes are up there, you should not really never drop him. And the dot of the night goes to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Played 35 minutes, really just bad efficient. 15 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and a block. That's nice, but 5 for 15 from the field and 4 for 6 from the free throw line. Had 2 turnovers. So in category leagues, those bad efficiencies really kill a player's value, especially if the guy does it in a high volume like a Russell Westbrook. The ranking is just going to be really, really, really bad. Let's talk about the games. Quite a few games yesterday. The first game is Detroit with everybody out. They beat the Toronto Raptors, although Raptors, they got a few guys out due to a COVID protocol. Sadiq Bey played 24 minutes. This game was a blowout. You should still roster him. Wayne Ellington, not so much. He was playing 15 to 20 minutes. Obviously had a great game here, 8 for 11. We'll see. If he continues to play 25 minutes and hit 4 threes, sure. You want to grab him. Mason Plumlee is another guy I want to sell before, they start giving more minutes to the younger guys, which they should do. Siv, this guy over here, I don't want to say his name wrong, had 17 points and 2 steals. His minutes has been up quite a bit, but he doesn't really contribute that much in fantasy. Mainly a three-point guy. Dennis Smith Jr. is worth a pickup right now. And if you have Delon Wright, I think you want to drop him, in my opinion. Dennis Smith Jr., his minutes has been up and up. He's been playing quite well. He had 11 assists here, while Mason Plumlee had 10. They're just crazy numbers. I would take a fly on Dennis Smith Jr. and see what happens. I think Delon Wright, even when he does come back, he's not gonna be that. He's not gonna get like 35 minutes like he was getting before. So I would be pretty comfortable moving on from him. We don't know when he's gonna be back, and try pick up Dennis Smith Jr. if he's available. I think there's a good possibility Dennis Smith Jr. are gonna get more and more minutes until Killian Hayes come back, whenever that's gonna be. So that's great. Isaiah Stewart, this is the guy I want to keep my eye on. Played 20 minutes. If he can, once you get to the end of the season, if he can take over some of Mason Plumlee's minutes, he's a must pick up. Josh Jackson as well, if you don't care about, he's out of this game, if you don't care about efficiencies. And now the Raptors, oh my God, Norman Powell. 14 for 20 again. I don't know. I mean, he's been doing this for like 15 games. Just have crazy efficiency. he struggled really hard to start off the season. At this point, I mean, if you want to hold on to him, you view him as a top 50 guy, sure, right? They got a lot of injuries out at the moment, so maybe you don't sell high on him. I will still sell high him and another guy for a top 20 or 30 player. But lately, he's been putting up, I don't know, top 30 values. You know, the efficiency is crazy. But again, look at if we're playing in a category league, the stats he's contributing is the efficiency, is the threes, right, and the points mainly. He doesn't really give you anything else. And if the efficiency fall off, the volume fall off, he doesn't really give you anything. He's the type of guy. And you know, with all the guys out, of course, I think this is after next game before the All-Star break. Raptors still got a few guys out. He's gonna have the highest value at all time. And I would try to trade him again. Aaron Baines and Chris Boucher, they split the minutes. While Chris Boucher obviously has a way higher upside, played pretty well. Only 25 minutes, but that's okay. Pretty horrible. Minus 24, 18 points, 8 rebounds, still in 2 blocks. Just scary stuff from Chris Boucher. You know, some of those Raptors guys got some minutes, but you know, not really interesting even in streaming them. Kyle Lowry had a pretty good game. 21 points, good efficiency, six assists and a steal and a block. I mean, there's some trade rumors going on. I think it doesn't really matter where Kyle Lowry goes. He should still give you good value. Hitting the threes, getting some steals and handing out assists. Let's go on to the next game. But if Kyle Lowry does leave, I think that solidified Norman Powell's value for the rest of the season. Let's go on to the next game. The Indiana Pacers and beating the Cleveland Cavaliers. This is a crazy game. TJ McConnell, we already talked about him, how crazy he played this game. And Doug McDermott, if you need points and good efficiency, sure. He does not give you anything else. Sabonis, the rebound number has been low for him lately for whatever reason. 6 assists, a steal and a block, still good enough. Bad from the free throw line. And Miles Turner, you know, he give you the full blocks, can't really complain. Justin Holiday played 37 minutes. He's another guy I think gonna lose some value. Maybe to once Caris LeVert come back, he's not gonna play 37 minutes every game. Pretty good stat line, you know. Took 13 shots as well. If he make 2 more threes, that's a pretty good stat line. 2 steals and a block. Malcolm Brogdon also went off. A lot of people went off this game. 3 assists because TJ McConnell is running the show. Okay, it's just 1 game. Crazy efficiency, 2 steals. I view him as a top 30, top 35, 40 guy. I had 2 steals here. I mean, he's gonna average 20 points and 6-7 assists. But I just don't know the 1 point. I mean, his steal numbers have to come down. Where is Brogdon after this game? Yeah, 34th. I mean, this is around the area he should be. TJ McConnell talked about him already. And let's go to the Cavaliers side. Isaac Okoro has been playing quite well before this game and last game. The minutes is there. He's a pretty good. He's a guy that can get you plenty of defense. I think he's better than Danny Green when it comes to getting the defense, and his minutes is more consistent. So I would stream him over Danny Green. Dean Wade, I don't really know who this guy is. He continues to start, get huge minutes. He's not really doing anything though. So after All-Star break, I mean, guys gonna be come back, and I'm not interested. Jared Allen continues to not miss from the field. 6 for 7, 11 rebound, no blocks here. 17 points still showing. Colin Sexton went off, had 10 assists and 3 steals. That's really good. 32 points. Good stuff from Colin Sexton. He has been really going off in the past few games. He was a buy low. I never really talked about him that much, but he was a buy low a couple games ago, where he was only giving you points and nothing else. He filled up the peripherals here. And Darius Garland left the game. And before he left, he had 16 points and 5 assists and nothing else. But you know, the All-Star break is everybody can rest up. All the minor injuries, sure, they should all be come back next game. No, wouldn't worry too much about it. Torian Prince came back, didn't really do much, and JaVale McGee got his 19 minutes, had a block. And Larry Nance Jr., if you have an IR spot, you wanna, pick up Larry, put in the IR, sure. He might be back. Same thing with Caris LeVert. Both guys could be back after All-Star break. So if you want to pick them up beforehand and you have an IR, sure. The next game is Utah Jazz. They've been falling off quite a bit. They won like 10 straight or whatever, and then they lost. I mean, every other game. Bogdanovich. This is why you prefer many other guys over him. He got you 5 rebounds, 18 points, nothing else. Absolutely nothing else. No turnovers. That's great. Hit for threes. It's not. If you want points and threes, sure. Royce O'Neal, pretty good game. 3 turnovers is a bit high, but 2 threes, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, and a steal. Rudy Gobert filled up the stat sheet, 2 steals and a block for assists and 9 rebounds. 5 personal fouls against Joel Embiid. That's understandable. Joel Embiid went off again, obviously, this game. Donovan Mitchell, wow. This is why, if you draft Donovan Mitchell, you really want to think about punting your field goal. He's very consistent, giving you low 40% field goal, but the problem is on high volume. He takes 20 shots a game almost. 5-3. The rest of the line looks fine. 6 assists and a steal is also very good. 33 points. He has really picked up his assist and steal numbers since the early season. So he not only give you the scoring, but weirdly 4 for 6 from the free throw line. Just one game, it's okay. Mike Conley, pretty bad. 2 assists and no steals. This game, 18 points is good, but I really want to see Mike Conley giving you those assists and steals. Hopefully he can pick it up. Joe Ingles continues to shoot the ball crazy well. 6 for 7, 16 points, 6 rebound. If you want some threes and efficiency, he's been on a hot streak. So sure, if they have a back-to-back, stream him. But I think there's just better options out there on the waiver wire. Jordan Clarkson, but if Mike Conley misses games, sure, you want to grab him and roster him. Jordan Clarkson only played 23 minutes. Pretty bad game from him. He should be better against Sixers team. Danny Green only got 22 minutes. So if you were streaming him, yeah, I'll be pretty comfortable moving on from him. Tobias Harris came back, played 38 minutes. Pretty good game, Tobias Harris. He made Joel Embiid. Wow. And he talked about this just the other day about not resting for the rest of the regular season. That's great news to hear. He said he really wanted to get the number 1 seed. So Joel Embiid's maybe not going to rest that much. Maybe he will. We don't know. It's just him talking. If they locked up first seed, right? If they're like up 5 games with 6-7 games left, and they have a back-to-back, obviously Sixers gonna sit him. But whenever he plays, he's a top 2, top 3 guy. I think Jokic is way better in terms of contributing the assists, and the efficiency is better than Joel Embiid as well. And getting the steals and blocks, they're at the same level this season. But yeah, another great one for Joel Embiid. Great efficiency, okay from the free throw, and 19 rebounds, a steal and 2 blocks. Just crazy. And only 2 turnovers as well. Seth Curry played 34 minutes, not interested in him. Ben Simmons also had a somewhat, he played 42 minutes, only got 4 rebounds and 6, I guess Joel and Tobias took all the rebounds. 6 and a steal, it's okay. And Shake Milton continues to get high minutes, but with everybody, he's going to give you some points and threes, really not interested in him. And Matisse Thybulle played 20 minutes. If you don't care about points, you can definitely stream him. 2 steals and a block. And the guy doesn't really turn the ball over. Can give you those defensive stats. Let's go on to the next game. The Brooklyn Nets beating the Rockets. Sure, the Nets are hot. That's why I don't think it's good for news for the Sixers, because Nets going to be neck and neck with them, fighting for their number 1 spot. And Nets, KD's got the luxury. They got Kyrie and Harden, so he can rest. Joel Embiid not so much. Brooklyn Nets, Bruce Brown, another great game. 8 rebounds, 7 assists, and 17 points. But also after All-Star break, KD's probably gonna be back. If KD misses games, Bruce Brown is the guy you wanna stream. And Joe Harris only played 24 minutes because the game wasn't really close. But he's mainly just the threes and points guy. Right, nothing else. Had a steal here, and I think, even when KD coming back, he should he only take 9 shot attempts here with KD out, so he's just mainly a catch and shoot guy. Efficiency has been crazy for him this season. DeAndre Jordan 5 for 7 from the field, pretty good. You want to stream him, sure. Kyrie, the early season insane efficiencies has been off quite a bit. His 11th ranked player on the season, still on the season shooting 51%. So And the steal numbers for Kyrie has been low, but he should, on a per game basis, he should be a top 10 guy for the rest of the season, as long as he's healthy. That's all that matters. He's been fairly healthy this season, to be honest. It's just that 2 week it's not due to injury. It's due to, I don't know, whatever. He was protesting, so not really injury related. Harden just another great game. The efficiency is crazy. Not so much from the free throw line, but from the field this season he's been so good. And 3 steals and a block, 14 assists, sure. 10 rebounds, sure. But the 3 steals and a block, if James Harden can give us 1.7 steals per game, he'll be a top 3 guy. I mean, even close to. I don't know who, him and Curry, whoever is better. Curry also putting up MVP season stats, but it will be close. But Joel Embiid and Jokic seems to be the top 2 guys at the moment. Nicholas Claxton also. This guy's been putting up huge stats. In 17-18 minutes, give you steals and blocks. Didn't really give you anything here, but again, against this Rocket team without a center, went off here. I wouldn't, unless he gets 20-25 minutes, I wouldn't. He's like in the Robert Williams situation. Some games will give you all those stocks, but a lot of times maybe just 0-0 in 15 minutes and nothing else. Right? Not consistent enough. I would only stream him. The Houston Rockets side, they don't have a center, so they started PJ Tucker at the center. PJ Tucker, I feel bad for this guy. 37, 38 years old and still playing 30 minutes for a team that's going to miss the playoffs. Yeah, I don't know why. They should just not give PJ Tucker this many minutes and just start other guys. Jason Tate, Sterling Brown, all these guys, oh my God, they have Daniel House. Yeah, everybody's playing David Nwaba, all those guys out. So, but after All-Star break, those guys will be back. But Jason Tate is the guy I like the most, because he's got a good field goal and some defensive stats. Grabbed you 10 rebounds and 2 steals here. Victor Oladipo continues to shit on your percentages, 9 for 25, and so is John Wall, 12 for 30. Both guys went off, had a good performance, but both is bad from the free throw line. Oladipo really filled it up. He could be traded to Miami Heat. We don't know if they're gonna get the deal done. If not, I think he's way better at playing on the Rockets. But the problem with those guys is they're gonna miss so many games, back to back, stuff like that. It could be frustrating to own either one of them. But they both went off here, really great, and really good stuff from both guards. If again, if you don't care about the efficiencies, those guys are great options. The next game, if you have Westbrook, you might just buy low on them. John Wall, you can buy him pretty cheap, I think. If you throw a normal power in him, if you got any of those guys, the owner's gonna say yes. The next game is the Atlanta Hawks with the new coach, beat the Orlando Magic. Tony Snell continues to play high minutes every game. This is the guy I'm least interested. John Collins, he's also a trade target. He had 15 points and let me just put on my camera real quick. He had 15 points, 9 rebounds here. He's been disappointed this season. If he gets traded to somewhere else where he can play 35 minutes at the center position, he could be good. But that's so many ifs. I wouldn't go trade him because he could be traded. One block. Yeah. Just should be a top 50 guy. Gallo started at the center. That's interesting. 40 minutes, great. If he can play 40 minutes every game, you absolutely pick him up, but obviously not. This game, what's his name? Clint Capella was out, so that's why he started. I wouldn't rush to grab him. If you want free throw, sure. Kevin Huerter continued to play high minutes. Okay game, contributed everywhere. 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals and block. Trae Young, another great game. 32 points, 8 assists, 2 steals, 10 for 11, and 2 steals is really nice. He's still ranked around the 50th spot, unless he shows me he can average over a steal a game, or get more defensive stats, or I don't know, because the counting stats, the points, the assists, I don't really think Trae Young has that much room to grow. If anything, he's gonna lose value because all the guys are still out. Bogdanovic ramped up a little bit, but I don't know what kind of role. I don't think he's gonna get 30 minutes consistently. 9 points here. If he starts playing over 25 minutes, you can stream him, but I don't know the upside is high enough. On the Magic side, Terrence Ross started, play 41 minutes. You want to grab him, pretty efficient here, and when he does have a good efficiency, he give you 28 points. But most nights, 17 points, maybe a bad efficiency. Alfred Amino played 25 minutes. Pretty good game. 8 rebound and 2 blocks. He can really fill up the stat sheet. The defensive stats and the rebound. If he can play consistent 25 minutes, he's the guy I want to stream over like a Dwayne Bacon. Vucevic, great, 29-9, a steal and a block. Michael Carter-Williams, we don't know when Cole Anthony is going to be back. If he is going to be out, until he's out, you want to grab Michael Carter-Williams. He's been playing better and better. 26, 6, 2 steal and a block. Sure, great game. You want to grab him. The next game, the Charlotte Hornets destroyed the Minnesota Timberwolves. That's no surprise. Gordon Hayward was questionable coming in. Played, great game, 5 steals against this bad Wolves team. 9 assists, 23 points, great stuff. PJ Washington also had a dot. Went off on last Sunday, 42 points. Had a dot yesterday. And then this game pretty good. Right? Just hold on to him, see what happens. 32 minutes, pretty good. 16-9, 2 steals and a block. Can't complain. Cody Zeller is going to be out, so in the short term, Bismack Biyombo, sure. Until Cody Zeller comes back, he can give you the rebound and the block. He filled it up here. Against this bad Wolves team, collectively they got 14 steals. So everybody got into the action, get some steals. Terry Rozier, same thing, 3 steals. And oh man, 31 points. He and Norman Powell, they're exactly the same, to be honest. I mean, Terry Rozier probably even a worse field goal guy than Norman Powell, but just crazy efficiency again. Took 21 shots, that's fine. With all the guys out, sure, every once in a while he's gonna have that usage. But again, it's like these guys, they don't really have, they don't really contribute in anything else. It's just the points and threes, and if that fall off, I mean, contribute a little bit assists and steals, but not that high volume. So if those fall off, I don't know how much value they have. But for now, Terry Rozier is a top 40 player. What a surprise this season has been for Terry Rozier. But next year, people are gonna overdraft him. This is the exact same type of situation I would want to avoid in the next year's draft. Like I would not draft Terry Rozier in the top 50 or 60. Maybe not even 80 or 90, to be honest. LaMelo Ball, good game, 19 points, 5 assists and 2 steals. This is what I love. We love about LaMelo Ball. He can really fill up the stat sheet. 5 steals, 5 assists, even low for him. And Miles Bridges and Malik Monk, with all the guys out on this team, sure, streaming. Devontae Graham is still out, so stream both of them. Malik Monk has been on a hot shooting streak, under 40% here, but the scoring, he's giving you that. So if you need those, sure, stream him. On the Timberwolves side, Jared Vanderbilt continues to start, continues to not get minutes, so don't go near him. And Jake Layman started to play 24 minutes. Yeah, those 2 guys not interesting. Cat only took 14 shots. Again, bad from the field. Again, no defensive stats, but 15 rebound is good enough. Anthony Edwards, you want to roster this guy. The efficiency is going to be bad every game. Every single game he's going to be bad efficiency. But the 2 steals, 19 points, enough volume there. Ricky Rubio, 24 minutes, did enough damage. 9 assists. So with D'Lo and what's his name, Malik Beasley out, yeah, you want to grab Ricky Rubio. With everybody back, he's become a assist streamer. He doesn't give you anything else. Jaden McDaniels got 29 minutes. This guy's got some block upside. Didn't get any block this game, so if you can, but I don't think the minutes going to be consistent. And Jordan McLaughlin got coming off the bench. In the short term, he has some streaming value. He had 3 steals, really good steals guy. 3 steals and 4 assists. So if you need those in the short term with all those guys out, sure, grab him. Naz Reid, 16 minutes, yeah. Move on for him. If somehow you're still rostering him. The next game, the Chicago Bulls beating the New Orleans Pelicans. Patrick Williams and Garrett Temple, the 2 guys, get high minutes every game, but doesn't really do much. Wendell Carter Jr. grabbed 15 rebounds. Yeah, he's the guy that if he's out on the waiver wire, he's probably the best guy out there on the waiver wire. So sure, if you want the rebound, he give you plenty of that. So roster him, see what happens. Yeah, Zach Levine again, 63% shooting every single game. Um, Ranked 16th on the season. This is probably his ceiling, right? Averaging 29 points. So if you can trade him, actually, this is pretty lateral trade if you trade him for Jason Tatum at this point. But I think Jason Tatum should be better than Zach Levine, slightly. So, sure, if you want to make that trade, but it's pretty lateral. I would not make that trade if I own Zach Levine at this point. 8 assists and 2 steals. I still think once Lauri Markkanen comes back, Zach Levine is gonna lose some of the value. And the efficiency again is just crazy. 8 assists and 2 steals are obviously nice. And Kobe White, another great game. The assist has been low for him lately, but got a steal, so we should probably celebrate. Thaddeus Young continue. I mean, sure, hold on to this guy tight. 28 minutes again, because he's just playing too well. Billy Donovan's got to play him. Just playing really, really well. 18 points, three. He's a really good assist guy as well. A steal and 3 blocks, just good stuff on Thaddeus Young this season. And I think with Lauri Markkanen coming back, he could lose a few minutes here and there, but maybe just Garrett Temple losing out on those minutes. Thaddeus Young might continue coming off the bench. We don't know. We'll see. But you don't drop him. You do not drop him. He's been putting up just crazy value as well. New Orleans Pelicans side, Brandon Ingram only played 20 because he's in some foul trouble. So 21 points still, low minutes. Maybe grab you a couple more assists and rebound with played 35 minutes. Zion Williamson great, 38 minutes, and he's been so healthy this season. This is how quickly the narrative changed. Last season, coming into the draft, people were worried, if he's just gonna get hurt, like he was in his rookie season. But has he missed a game this season? I'm not sure. Maybe a game or two. Bad from the free throw line, yeah, but filled up the stat sheet. Great stuff. If you count him free throw, he's really giving great value. Steve Adams, yeah, that's why you drop him. If he's playing like this, you drop him. You can stream him for rebound. That's about it. And let's talk about Eric Bledsoe a little bit. He's been playing quite well, getting the steals. The last 5 games or so, he's been giving you a steal, 1.5 steals or so, and had 10 assists this game. Obviously, he cannot do this, but if he can give you 5, that's good enough. Just 5 assists, 1.5 steals, and 13 points. That's good enough value. And most importantly, he played 41 minutes here. So he has really turned it up. If he's out there on the waiver wire, I would go and grab him quick. Lonzo Ball, 26. The minutes is also weirdly low, but 5 assists and 3 steals is good enough. Josh Hart, high minutes. Didn't really do much this game. And Nikhil Alexander-Walker and Kira Lewis, they're out of rotation. So those minutes goes to Eric Bledsoe, so that's good. Let's go to the next game. Wow, what a low-scoring game. OKC losing to Dallas Mavericks. OKC Lou Dort, just no value. I wouldn't even stream him. Derek Basley, a double-double. Continues to be bad from the field, from the free throw line, and getting no defensive stats. So, yeah, at this point, he was blocking shots in the beginning of the season. If no defensive stats, it's really tough to stream him because you really just stream him for the rebounds. And there are better rebounder guys out there to stream. Horford, 29 points, a minus 20. He's another guy, if he can trade, if he ever have another great game or two, try to trade him. Shea, also pretty bad game, dot of the night. We already talked about him, just bad efficiency everywhere, and Conley at 15 points and nothing else. Theo Maledon, only 1 assist. That's really low. But he's been playing over 30 minutes. He for sure is worth streaming. And when George Hill comes back, he might still be the starter. So I would hold on to him, see what happens, or stream him for some defensive stat. He's a pretty good steals guy. Ty Jerome played 28 minutes, didn't really do anything. Isaiah Roby is a guy I want to keep my eye on once we get filled up the stat sheet in 22 minutes. 3 steals and a block, 8 rebound. If he ever get the starting job over Al Horford, I think he's a must roster. On the Dallas Mavericks side, Dorian Finney-Smith, Josh Richardson, and Maxi Kleber, those guys get 30 minutes again. Oh yeah, Doncic was out this game, so like I said, every time Doncic is out, you must stream Jalen Brunson. He only had 4 assists here, weirdly, but he's been playing quite well lately. So, but when Doncic comes back, I don't think he's gonna have much value. Porzingis, no blocks here. 19 points and 13 rebounds is fine, but you want him to get the blocks. Maxi Kleber gave you 2 blocks and 7 rebounds. That's good enough. I wanna, I would stream him for blocks and threes. A mini Brook Lopez, as we call it. Tim Hardaway Jr. 31 minutes. He really just give you points and threes. So, sure, if you want those, you can stream him. Let's go to the next game. The Warriors losing to Portland. Damian Lillard really went off. Hit a couple of daggers late in the game. Curry took 28 shots. Wow, this is, he has to carry the load. Should be a top 3 guy moving forward. 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals. Just really good stuff from Curry. And 35 points. Andrew Wiggins, the defensive stats are really missing from him. But I think you should still roster him. He's pretty consistent. Give you the 17, 18 points. It's just the free throw really hurting you at this point. And I think what's his name? Kelly Oubre Jr. got hurt in practice, so he did not play this game. Kent Bazemore. I think after All-Star break he's gonna be back. So, but Kent Bazemore, if playing the high minutes, he does have the defensive upside. Here 1 steal and a block, pretty good. But he just one game. Draymond Green again went off. 9 rebounds, 12 assists, and 3 steals. We know he's not gonna score any points. Probably gonna average 7, 8 points. But the steals and assists lately for him has been crazy. Mainly because he's been just giving a lot of assists to Curry. A lot of Curry's field goal is coming from Draymond. So if Curry is playing well, Draymond is gonna get a lot of assists. So good combo. If you have both of them, that's great combo. On the Portland side, Derrick Jones Jr. only played 18 minutes. Most nights you play 30. If you want to stream him for defensive stats, you could. They have like another 3 games after the All-Star break. Robert Covington filled it up. Great stuff. Even ball low. This is the guy that, one game he could give you 2 steals, 3 blocks. The next game, just give you nothing else because he's just gonna be volatile. In fantasy because his main value coming from the steals and blocks. So if he's not giving you those, he doesn't give you a huge amount of scoring. Again, shot the ball pretty bad, but took 12 shots, 50 points, great stuff, 9 rebounds. Ernest Cantor only played 23 minutes. I don't know why, the minutes are quite low. But in 23 minutes, he still grabbed you 14 rebounds. So, I think Nurkic is going to come back and obviously eat into majority of his minutes. But if he gets 15 to 20 minutes, you can still stream him for rebound. But I would try to sell high on him. When Nurkic comes back, he's not gonna be put up this level of stat, and the clock is ticking. Try to trade him. There'll be guys in the league thinking he might have value all season. Sure, let them take the risk. You package him and another guy for a top, I don't know, for a better guy. Package him. Package deals. Gary Trent Jr. 40 minutes. The volume is there. You can stream him. And Damian Lillard didn't really shoot the ball well, but hit some key shots late in the game. 22, 6, and 2. Good enough. And Carmelo Anthony, pretty good shooting the ball. But on most nights, he's bringing you the defensive stats. Just didn't have any this game. Let's go to the last game. Yeah, Lakers, they just keep losing. Obviously, LeBron James is out. Out of this game, so no surprise they lose this game here. But I don't think they will be the first in the Western Conference. AD, a big question mark. When he does come back, what is he gonna be like? We don't know. Kyle Kuzma went off, but just one game. All the guys who went off here, Montrezl Harrell. If you can sell high on Montrezl Harrell, just do it. If you can sell high on Dennis Schroeder, you sell high. LeBron did not play. AD did not play. So not much to talk about. Sell high on all those guys on the Lakers. And on the Kings, Buddy Hield really went off here. 15 shots. That's around his season average. It's just he made all those shots. 11 for 15, 7 for 11, 29 points. This is what Buddy Hield can do. That's why you do not ever drop him. Because he can make close to 4 threes a game. Unlike a Bogdanovic. So you roster him for sure. You don't really drop him. Even though a lot of the nights he's going to shoot the ball very, very badly. But you still hold on to him. De'Aaron Fox also a really good game. 36. Actually, Buddy played 42 minutes. Wow. De'Aaron Fox 36 minutes, no rebound, bad from the free throw again, and bad turnovers. If you have John Wall, if you have Oladipo, if you have De'Aaron Fox, you have Russell Westbrook. If you have all those four guys on your team, you can really do well. Like you just pounding all three efficiencies, and get a couple of big men with huge rebound. You can probably win against big man team. You're gonna win all the guard stats. You just need to win one of those. Actually, against big man team, you're gonna win free throws maybe, and against guard team, you're gonna win all the, big man stats. I think, because those guys can rebound. Harrison Barnes continues to play well, and the assist has been really high for him this season. So you roster him, and Marvin Bagley. Again, you only want to stream. Rashawn Holmes also a pretty good game here. That's all. That's it for all the games. See you guys later.